And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on another SEC rival, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gamecocks will put total leather and will get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Ole Miss offense will get first crack at it here. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Wide open downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football. And he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So South Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Just keep slinging it. It's complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
If you're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race, you've got to win games and you've got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Finds the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Line gets set, 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He lets it fly. He's got it. There he goes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. He wants to change this route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working that left side now. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Fighting off the defender. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Running behind that left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball support.
Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Under fire. Grabs it in the middle. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They're going to go for it on fourth down, and remember, from this spot, they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he's going to try to return this one. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll start this drive going to the air. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
Here comes the heat. Got his man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
The whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer pool.
He wants to throw it again. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback making checks. Second down, he'll throw it. Works the middle of the field. No chance to run, but still a good gain. As the Rooster throws, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. And the Rebels will have it first and 10.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Backed up now, here's second and long. to go up top. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
To the air on first down. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They
fires toward the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Rebels. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this run. When you're down in the game, there's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Looking downfield on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Pressure coming. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Find some fresh air. The Wildcat created an alley. Picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. Got room to work. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Finding open areas. Turning on the Jets. And at the after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. And some room to work. Got the first down and more. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. Creates a little room. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Lost a throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll take it himself. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Hauls it in. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Got a man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And they're not on the same page there.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion from the back. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got his man downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Offense at an empty set. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him go. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking down the middle. It's caught. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fake.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there.
Makes a grab past the marker. Oh, what a caught. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
And the returner will be knocked down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off play action. Can't connect on his first throw.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. It's complete on the right side. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropping back, it's Frost. Looking deep down the right side. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Takes it the other way. At the 20.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Punts it out of the air. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hurtado. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because
turning it on. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Hunt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Just a hair too much on it for this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
It's a seam wide open. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock as a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He might want another play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And it's no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They go to the ground. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. Shoots it to the left. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Going right to work up top. Going for it all. He's got it inside the 25. He's running free down the middle. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense. And they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
The give on the option. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Ole Miss 71, South Carolina 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. To throw, it's Frost. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack.